What's going on, everybody? Sorry for that late little bit. I am exhausted today. Allergies have also been just kicking my butt. And we're here to enjoy some more Dermy's daily dictations. I kind of missed you guys yesterday. And after, going to bed and stuff, basically right when I got home, I started thinking, I could have done a Dermy's daily dictation, and I should have done a Dermy's daily dictation. I didn't do one mainly because of the dentist appointment that I was going to be going to, but outside of that, I should have just done one, especially with some of the news that we got today, because oh boy, we got some interesting, spicy things to go over. And to be perfectly honest with you, I will try to get to the Warhammer story later in this episode, but we might be held up with MrBeast this entire time. And for all I know, this might be the content tomorrow. I might try to promote this as much as possible, because we're not just gonna talk about MrBeast getting sued. We're going through documents. We're going through what is the facts of the case right now within his actual suit. There's several pages of this that we have to go through here. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys real quick, because I do have the lawsuit. Now, this is a redacted version of the lawsuit right over here. Excuse me. And I'm gonna probably have to mute a few times here or there to cough and blow my nose. But when we scroll down here to the table of contents, the facts are on page 4. Yeah, facts start on page 4, and they go for how many pages? Jeez. I think it was 4 to 26. I think it was. Yeah, 4 to 26 is the amount of different facts, allegations, I'm gonna say, within this class action lawsuit, and we're gonna read through them because nobody's doing them pretty much justice, right? Well, except for a few people. And people like Andrew Legal Mindset is doing a wonderful job. He went through this whole thing as well. There's a lot of just things to go over within this lawsuit, and a lot of things that Drama Alert, Pop Culture Crave, heck, Variety kind of skip over and all this. But hail Jack Tarlat, I see you. Hail Legatus, I see you. And I did see JS Pena in chat. Let me mute my mic real quick as I blow my nose. Oh Lord, you just gotta love allergies, don't you? Just gotta enjoy them. Wonderful time. God dang, I keep getting it stuck in my mustache, and that's a nightmare. Oh, sorry about that. But I also have some other stuff, but I want to get to this real quick, because if you guys don't remember, back on Monday I brought up that Twitch has been kind of being rather dickish as of late to VTubers. And it's becoming more and more of like a noticeable issue. It's becoming more and more of a thing that people are calling out. And I'm pulling this up real quick just to help out, because we got two VTubers that I know of. Mustache not. But anyways, we got 2 VTubers that have been banned as of late due to screwery going on over on the Twitch side. Now, we already went over one of them, being Zentreya, part of VShojo. She's really interesting VTuber, does some interesting content of her own. It's sort of like AI VTubing, but it's not AI VTubing. It's really unique, and I like what she does. I find it fun and enjoyable. But this other one, from my understanding, is Shadow over here. So let me actually click on this, if it's the right one. Yes. Twitch partner Fallen Shadow has been unbanned after one day, 16 hours and 5 minutes. thank you everyone for being so supportive. This whole thing has been a big silly roller coaster on my shaking kitten self. Oh god, I can't believe I'm reading this. So I will be back to streaming as normal on Wednesday. And you get this, you know. Hello, Fallen Shadow. A member of our team has reviewed your appeal and can confirm that that the correct enforcement was issued. However, given the details of your case, we have determined that your appeal can be accepted. Gotta even go through an appeal. Why was she banned to begin with? That part I don't know. But we're seeing more and more VTubers just getting banned. Getting banned outright. You see, you got Yuri over here pointing out a sad reality that if these girls are flesh tubers, they'd be okay. But I have another one. I have to be very careful with this. I'm gonna play Kirsch's clip to this, and I'm gonna turn off my background music real quick, because there's a much better clip that's going around right now that she responded to. I can't play what you responded to on YouTube. I can't click on that, because what was shown is very graphic, and yes, is allowed on Twitch. Actually, here, on the safe side. You know what? I might be able to do it if I'm very, very careful. Okay, so we'll come over here to Kirsch. The leeway and favoritism given to softcore cam girls on Twitch is insane, especially when compared against how VTubers have been treated recently. Remember, when it came to Zentreya, all she did was wear a one-piece swimsuit for like 5 minutes on her VTuber avatar. But this is perfectly fine. Let me make sure my browser audio's on.
So much. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get that one drop right there. Make sure you get that one drop right there. Fire stat.
He's not wrong.
I don't ever want to hear normies talking about degenerate weebs and their VTubers ever a fucking again. I can see her butthole.
Yeah, and she's doing this to respond to this one. Now, I can't play this video, and I might get hit just for this image. Here's a chick playing Genshin Impact, a clip from the stream of one of the top 5 female streamers on Twitch. How fast would a VTuber get banned with the same setup? Please don't hate on her. Also, I just don't understand why this is fine, but VTubers get banned for showing less skin and less suggestive activities. I'm confused. I can't hit play on this, because whatever she's sitting on is vibrating. And she has this wonderful camera angle on her butt while it vibrates. I can't play it, because I honestly, showing you this much might get this stream in trouble. That's all fine over on Twitch, but a VTuber not showing any skin, not being scantily clad or anything like that, gets banned for sexual content. Make that make sense. Make that math. That's retarded. That's just fundamentally retarded. And I know that's gonna get this stream flagged for sure. Actually, fun fact, I have something I need to show you. I'm gonna show you this, actually, now that we're thinking of streams getting hit and everything like that. Let me pull up this. So I'm going to hop over here. This is the YouTube backend. And as you can see, you know, monetization, stuff like that. This probably will change by the end of this, because at the end of every stream, I always have to get them manually reviewed. At the end of this one, the last Dermy's daily dictation, it was bad right out the gate, and I had to get it reviewed. And less than 24 hours, it was considered okay. But the one from Sunday has yet to finish its review. How? So I'll say this, the one from Monday, we got, I said some words right out the gate, probably shouldn't have said it. Understand why that got limited real fast. The one from Sunday was pretty tame. I gotta be honest, like, in the grand scheme of things I talk about, the one from Sunday was possibly the nicest, most calmest one. And that got hit. So I don't know. But I'm gonna get into some of these topics here real quick. I see we are still here, but actually one more thing before we move on, because you guys are fan-fucking-tastic. You guys are beautiful and amazing. Well, almost completely beautiful and amazing. Sorry for that. Because we're going to hop right on over here to Kick. I want you guys to look at that number. We're one sub away from monetization. We're one. Who is Dermy talking about? Whom is Dermy talking about? What? I'm lost, Legatus. I'm lost. My brain, you just fried my brain. But hey, back to this. We're one sub away from monetization over on Kick. And to put this into a perspective, here's a pathway to affiliate. One. I have everything else. Just need one freaking sub. So what I need you guys to do is, I know you can do this, and I know you're amazing human beings, amazing people. If I can get back to the mode that I need to get you, if my internet didn't just crap out. Internet just crap, or is Kick not wanting to load? Hello. Oh, fine. What just happened? Huh? What? I'm gonna refresh again. That was weird. Kick might be down. Kick as a platform might be down. Nope, here it goes again. Kick's back up. That was weird. And I wish I could go back to the screen that I saw. Hello, Legatus over on Kick. Why is it always doing that? It put me back to 18 plus. I don't want to be 18 plus. Shut up, you. But we're going to drop this out here. Share this all out. I don't know what the hell just happened there, by the way. One, why is 18 plus already set? I don't want it to be 18 plus. I want it to be normal. But two, I dropped the link in the normal stream chat. Share it out. Get me that last sub. I'd appreciate it. Took me forever to get Kick going. I don't know what the hell just happened there. So, and I wish I could go back to it. It told me like Kick just shut down out of the blue. Here, let me see if I can. That was weird. Nope, I can't get back to it. Because it was like their servers shut down because it did that whole cloud, the 404 error. Said my internet was fine. Said everything was A-okay. Everything was running fine. But Kick itself wasn't running. So I think it crashed or went down for like a few seconds. So if that's true, Kick, you need to fix that. You'd think they'd be able to fix that with all the money they're raking in. Considering they're a gambling site. So there's that. But okay, let me yeah. Out of here. Let me close that down and let me get set up because I might I might just do the MrBeast thing because I also have to do Agatha sometime tonight. I have to get both episodes of Agatha watched and interacted with. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to why do I do this to the ball? Oh, wait, I remember why. Because I like to torture the Ballbusters, guys. I like to torture the crew of Ballbusters. That's why I do it. And also for you guys, because you guys are amazing. But why don't we get into this? So, the biggest story, and here, you know what? I'll record it just to be on the safe side. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Dermy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and this is actually a partial clip from my daily live stream, Dermy's Daily Dictations. And we're going to be going over the MrBeast lawsuit. Oh. You're right. Let me do that. Let me remove the chat. Thank you for reminding me, Legatus. So let's start this over. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Dermy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video. And it has been a nightmare situation for MrBeast, and it's just gotten worse with the latest situation, considering bro's getting sued. MrBeast sued by multiple contestants. MrBeast and Amazon are being sued after being accused of the following: failed to pay minimum wages and overtime, failed to prevent sexual harassment, participants weren't provided uninterrupted meal breaks and rest breaks. Now, that just doesn't seem like a lot. And you might be sitting there wondering, oh my gosh, these are contestants. Why the heck would they be wanting minimum wage? Why the heck would they potentially be wanting overtime? Why would they want to get paid at all? Well, the actual reality of this is what's actually alleged within the documents themselves. And I'm going to throw some shade here at both Drama Alert and Culture Crave. They don't get into some of the nitty-gritty details of what's actually going on here and what's actually some of the allegations that are happening there. Some of these allegations, some of the things that have been accused within these documents are much worse than what MrBeast and crew want to let on. By the way, found dead in Hollywood, shout out to you. How are you doing? By the way, I'm also only one follower away from getting monetized over on Kick. So again, share that link out to everybody. I'd greatly appreciate it. But when we actually dig into this, and like everybody's reporting on, you know, the sexual harassment and things of that nature, everybody's trying to lean on that. But what's actually accused in here is a little bit more than anything else. And some of it, you know, is a little bit laughable. But when we scroll down here to facts within this whole legal document, the facts page itself covers 26 different pages. Well, not 26, covers 22 different pages long of the alleged facts and what's actually going on in the case. And when we scroll down to the initial page, we can start seeing what's actually going on here. So, let me make sure I'm on the right parties, contestants, facts, right here. So page, actually, there's 20 pages in total. And here we go. A, the contestants engaged in what appeared to be a thorough application and vetting process for Beast games. Contestants engaged in what appeared to be a thorough vetting process for Beast games. The contestants who were selected and agreed to serve as contestants on Beast games in 2024 production participated in what at the time appeared to be a thorough application and contestant vetting process. The first step in the application process was to submit. These are all redacted because there's probably NDA. These are probably only being alleged right now in the legal documents itself. So give it some time. Let's see what actually comes out here because more stuff might come out. Once accepted, redacted, the contestants were required to put their lives on hold to provide labor exclusively for defendants in exchange for compensation and a chance to win $5 million prize on Beast Games. The contestants incurred supposedly incurred supposedly reimbursable business-related travel expenses. Now, here's the thing. One of the other things that this whole lawsuit is actually alleging is like what the crimes are, or what the what's the wrongdoing actually within here. And you know, we had the failure to pay minimum wage, liquidated damages for failure to pay minimum wage, failure to pay overtime, sexual harassment, failure to prevent harassment, neglect, infliction of emotional distress, failure to provide uninterrupted meal breaks, failure to provide uninterrupted rest breaks, failure to pay wages promptly upon termination, failure to provide accurate and itemized wage statements, failure to I cannot say this word, indemnify floor employees, expenses and losses in discharging duties, unfair business practices, false advertising, and declaratory relief. Now, what is going on here? One, this is being brought in the state of California, so you bit yourself in the butt there. But two, because of some of the allegations that are being levied here, there's a very good chance that MrBeast set it up that all these contestants were supposed to get paid. We have roughly five playtests that are officially a part of this, most of which remain in the state of California, and one of which is just within the United States itself, but they are representing tons more people, and it's just getting worse as time goes on. And again, as we get through the facts, guys, it's not going to get pretty, and it's going to be very, very brutal. So let's get back to the facts, by the way. Related expenses, for which, so we come back here down to the business related expenses, for which many, including contestant number 2 and contestant 3, have not been reimbursed. Supposedly, again, these are allegations, but if found true, MrBeast is screwed. He told each contestant that they would actually be able to get reimbursed for their travel expenses, for putting their life on hold. These people lost money doing this, and they're not getting reimbursed now. After he told them all that they would 100% get reimbursed. What? Oh, so you're just taking a bunch of people and not paying them anything. Okay, but it's going to keep getting worse. B, the contestant's agreements that the contestant entered into with production defendants included, redacted, the contestants each entered into a redacted contestant agreement with defendant MrBeast and off once base jointly production defendants, in which the contestants agreed that, again, redacted because of probably NDAs. The parties to the contestants agreement, including production defendants, also agreed that the contestants agreement would be redacted, so that we don't know right now. Probably have to wait until further legal goings on for any of this to actually come out. C, the contestants were employees under California law, but defendants initially misclassified them to defendants' economic advantage. So here's where some of the really juicy stuff starts coming out, and where I got to be real honest with you guys. MrBeast might be really screwed if this if this goes into like actual legal investigations and criminal investigations, because what gets alleged here is what got Al Capone. Defendants wrongfully and willfully misclassified and, on information and belief, continue to wrongfully misclassify the contestants, although they should legally be classified as employees. This is one of the real key takeaways here, because part of the reasons he's doing that is for tax relief, for taxes. MrBeast got a bunch of like tax benefits, tax cuts for doing this game over in Las Vegas, Nevada. He got a bunch of benefits for doing that, and now it looks like he might be fudging numbers a little bit and might be misrepresenting his taxes. which is what got Al Capone. You don't screw with the IRS, and if these allegations are true, investigations will more than likely happen, and MrBeast is going to be royally screwed. Maybe that should be some of the big headlines in all these allegations, is MrBeast screwed up his taxes? Like, that's one of the big nails in the coffins. That's got Al Capone. Heck, Joker from DC's terrified of the IRS. You don't mess with the IRS. Jesus Christ. The contestants' agreement states on its face that the contestants redacted, but the agreement was in fact an employment agreement whereby defendants Amazon off one's base and MrBeast were the actual employers of the contestants' employees. Now, okay, again, this gets into some more legalese. Again, go check out Andrew Legal Mindset on some of his breakdowns, but this is what I've been gathering. This gets really nitty-gritty into what the actual agreement was and what was actually on the contract. On the contract itself, it could be classified as two different things. Either A, these are all volunteer-based individuals. Each one of these people are doing this freely of their accord. There's no promises of payment whatsoever, and that you never once promised to reimburse stuff or do anything or help them out financially in any way, shape, or form. That's very important to this. If there's any inclination of any form of transaction, they classify as employees under California law. That's one of the key reasons it's being brought in California, but they do classify as employees. So with that, you then get into all the business practices, all the employer practices, all the other issues that have been alleged within this suit. Not paying enough, not paying minimum wage, failure to give them adequate rest, failure to do a bunch of other stuff. That starts coming up here depending on that key little legal factor there that could easily make or break this whole thing. And yeah, it's easily debunked, but it's also easily proven and can royally screw everybody up. The contestants were not volunteers. The contestants were promised and received compensation in exchange for their services. Again, these are part of what I just went over. Volunteer versus actual employers. They're saying they weren't volunteers. So that means they need to get paid and get all these benefits. On information and belief, each of the defendants is a for-profit company in the business of making audiovisual programming, including for distribution on the video platform YouTube and Amazon Prime Video, among other video platforms. The contestants were promised and received compensation in exchange for their more than likely work on the Beast game production. Additionally, Mr. Donaldson made public statements online that he had unconstrained control over Beast games, and Donaldson had established a pattern and practice of compensating everyone who competes in the MrBeast competitions, win or lose, even if they competed for only 5 minutes. Now, this is another key point. This is a easy to debunk point, easy to win point, but again, you need to have some more of these documents, some more of these things. If all you're doing here is taking what happens on MrBeast's actual show, for example, on his YouTube channel and his YouTube other areas, that doesn't mean that that's going to translate over to Beast Gaming. That's a completely different entity. That's a completely different thing. That doesn't necessarily mean it translate over here. So that's why some of the finer details of what's actually in the contracts and stuff does matter, because if they're coming from what's being said over here in a completely different area about a completely different product, then it starts kind of going out the window. So that, but there's other things as well to come up in all this. Again, gets more legal nitty gritty. Go check out Legal Mindset. I'm not going to be able to pimp him out enough in all this. You know what? I'm not going to do this as a standalone video. I'm going to do this as a normal stream, because there's so much here, and doing it as a standalone video is probably a bad idea. because it's, you guys can also chime in if you have any questions that I could potentially answer. Again, legal mindset for more of the nitty gritty. But additionally, Mr. Donaldson made a public statement online that he incurred. The contestants were not working for free for the Beast Games for any humanitarian or any other public service or charitable objective. Now, I think this gets a little bit more, again, nitty gritty, because he's kind of right due to the fact that all these contestants were in fact coming on because they wanted to win that money. Now we're going to get into all that money, but, and there are ways to get to there, but he's sort of right. But again, that becomes more contractual basis and what's actually being said in the contracts and the agreements and stuff like that. So you got some nitty gritties there that really do need to get drilled into, that we will more than likely come up if this does continue moving forward. And if the judge picks this up, by the way, if the judge picks this up, more than likely they're just going to settle because it ain't pretty for MrBeast. Defendants hired the contestants to work as contestants on a reality competition show. The contestants, in reality, were the essential labor component to the entire production. Their work on the show was the entertainment production that defendants were marketing and selling for public consumption and profit. Yes, again, a little nitty gritty. Like I've been saying, we're gonna need the contracts. The contestants were told that if they accepted the opportunity to work for defendants, they would have to be available for, and while they were working for defendants, they would not be able to accept any other employment. Hail the Wayfair 199. Shout out to you guys. And here's an important thing. Legatus, you just said something. New South Wales Workers' Compensation Commission has found that a contestant on the television program House Rules was legally an employee of the 7 networks. Well, that's South Wales, which I'm willing to bet is probably in the UK. So that's going to be different laws versus here in America. So there's that to take into account. But it is over in California, so Tommyland. Entitling the contestant to compensation pursuant to S60 of the Workers' Compensation Act 1987 as a result of psychiatric injury she sustained whilst appearing on the show. So again, I don't know where New South Wales is. Where is New South Wales? That can't. Before somebody asks me, does the same thing that happened on frickin' Monday or whatever it was when the whole Miami dumb thing happened. Wales is in the UK, so shut up. New South Wales is Australia. Okay. So again, that's different rules versus what we have over here, different laws, different things like that. So that could come into play, highly doubtful. But again, a lot of this, but right here, and while they were working for defendants, they would not be able to accept any other employment. Now, that's true. You're on a show, so you have been told to cease your life altogether for a chance to win money. Now, common sense brain here, you volunteered to come on here as a quest to get money. Who knows what else some of the agreements were, but if you are a freaking, if you guys didn't have the agreement to get money, I mean, that's the point. You're doing this to try to get money. Point of the show. So, again, contracts. Defendants compensated the contestants throughout the course of the Beast Games production with both in-kind compensation as well as cash compensation, with defendants promising blank to every contestant that blank. So that's some key information there. We don't have it. More than likely the court documents do. This is all a redacted copy that I got from the Variety. And there's probably other copies of this actually flying around that says some of the more finer details. I want to do a redacted copy for the sake of all this, because I think that's a better idea instead of having something really bad get out there that doesn't need to be out there. But whatever these two parts are, if MrBeast is going around compensating everybody while being on there, I think that does basically cover the fact that they were technically employees. And you should have paid them. They weren't part of the whole what's it called, the whole charitable and volunteer aspect. They were classified as employees, and you didn't register them correctly, and you're not treating them correctly. You're not following the specific rules and regulations for all this. So now you're gonna get your butt beat in. But Legatus, I see you said something else. On The Bachelor must first sign a contract agreement to the show's eligibility requirements, which explicitly state they will not become an employee or an independent contractor of the producer and or companies, and will not make any claims against producer and or companies, including without limitation claims for compensation derived from an allegation of status as an employee. Contestants must agree to appearing as participants in a contestant not performance, which would be a class of employees that deserve some rights and protections in the eyes of the law. And that's that. So again, this all goes to what's on the contracts and what's on all that kind of stuff, because if that's what's on the same contract here, which if it's not, what the hell? But if it is on that contract, then this is a moot point. So again, very specific, but all the payments here one might infer that actually, yeah, I should be paid for all this. Yeah, I should be a part of all this. Yeah, this is my money right here, not yours. So who knows? Nitty gritty stuff that does need to be thought out through the legal process that I'm not very smart on. Throughout the Beast games, and throughout the Beast games engagement, the contestants were induced to remain competing as defendants made clear to all contestants that redacted. Defendants have since requested, and plaintiffs have provided redacted from the contestants to pay them as to also reimburse them for their expenses. See figure 1, yada yada yada. Contestant 2 and 3 have to date still not been reimbursed for out-of-pocket expenses they incurred for more than likely the show. And that's one of the things that was brought up, reimbursement. If you did say, hey, you were going to reimburse everybody, and there's a bunch of people that still haven't been reimbursed, why the heck aren't they getting reimbursed? Why aren't you letting them get reimbursed, and why aren't you reimbursing them? You're freaking MrBeast. You have all this money. You just hired a top-tier PR guy who helped out with Clintons and just some little Hollywood producer guy by the name of Harvey frickin' Weinstein. Give me a moment. Yeah, you got all this money, MrBeast. You fly it around a whole lot. Why can't you compensate them? You're compensating everybody and reimbursing everybody. Why can't you? The contestants had no autonomy. Defendants exercised complete control. Defendants exercise total control over the manner, means, and timing of the workers performed by contestants by controlling essentially every aspect of their lives during the production of the show. This included, but is not limited to, 1, requiring blank, 2, controlling blank, 3, all the controlled. But they do have a unredacted version of this that we'll potentially get. We will get it to in here, but I'm a little undecisive of some of the control that they showed. Again, this comes from California, so yeah, take it as is. But one of the things they said is the contestants were not allowed to get high, so smoke weed, which they're in Nevada, which in Las Vegas it is legal, and in California it is legal. 2, not get drunk, so you can't drink alcohol. 3 is the one I think is a more key takeaway of this and does really show how controlling this was. You weren't allowed to smoke. Now, on your day-to-day job, yeah, it's fine to not let that happen. If they are employees, that is a-okay. Heck, even as contestants, maybe not having them drink all the time and, you know, getting high all the time is a good idea. Don't let them do that. But if you're a smoker, you're going to need to smoke. I think that's something a little different there. And that gets into a little bit more of a full-fledged control dealing with the fact that smoking is highly addictive. And if you are a smoker, you're addicted. You do kind of need that cigarette. And it is hard not to deal with that. So that's insane. When and where defendants required the contestants to be physically present on specific dates and times around the clock at locations dictated, controlled, and supervised by defendants. That's let's be fair. That's hey, you're on a you're on a show. You got to go where we tell you to go so that you can do the whole competition. That's okay. Defendants further required plaintiffs dedicate all of their time to the production during the production. Again, it is, yes, I sit when I pee, Star Wars dog. So what? Happy sitting when I pee. Happy. You should try it sometime. It's really relaxing. Production period, requiring them to miss other work if they had other jobs, which they weren't allowed to. Defendants also purport to control all redacted. Access to personal belongings upon the contestant's arrival at the Beast Games, all redacted. Now, I do believe they get into here eventually. I don't know at what point they're going to get into it. Some of those things that were taken as personal belongings were medication and personal hygiene things for the ladies. Yeah, those were restricted. Restricted movement. Defendants corralled the contestants into tightly controlled blank where they were actively supervised by production staff around the clock without any privacy. Again, you're on a reality show, for lack of a better term. You're on a game show. You're going to have this probably happen. It kind of seems like Survivor meets everything else. I kind of understand that happening. Oh, okay, you signed up for that. So, no contact. Defendants exercise total control over the contestants blank. See figure 2 below, taken from the blank Beast Game Rules pack. Again, redacted. More than likely, they weren't allowed to talk to family and stuff. Control over meals. Now, here's kind of a fucked up thing. The defendants controlled when, where, and what the contestants blank. The limited sustenance the defendants provided afforded an unreasonable and insufficient caloric intake, which collectively and in a uniform manner endangered the health and welfare of the contestants. Now, this actually has been confirmed. I was not able to find it, and I don't think I bookmarked it properly. A lot of these allegations did in fact start coming out roughly a month ago, if not a little bit more, when the Chris Tyson stuff actually first started. And there was murmurs going on of MrBeast games also being very, very screwed up. One of the things that did come out was what the contestants were being given as food. And it was like a chicken breast that was gray. It looked disgusting. They were being given just basically food that prisoners would eat for daily nutrition and subsistence. That was your food. We do have images of that going around. I wasn't able to find my copy of it. It's somewhere in my bookmarks on either Twitter. Actually, it easily could have been a Keemstar tweet, so it might not be in my bookmarks anymore. It might be lost to time, but those images were disturbing. What do we have here? Legatus. That way he does not have to worry about it. If he sprinkles when he tinkles, he does not have to wipe the seat. Well, that's true. I don't have to wipe the seat. But no, I've said it multiple times, okay? standing all day at my work. No air conditioning, no heating. I get a little bit of reprieve, and that's in the bathroom. I'm going to sit my ass down. Go fuck yourself. I'm sitting my ass down when I pee. Do it. It's freeing. It's nice. You know? Your junk gets clean too. Well, until you piss or shit, but then you take a shower. During their time blank, the contestants had to suffer through blank when defendants allowed the contestants to have food. Basically, again, showing, hey, we determine when you have food, and we did see that food going around. It was not pretty. Control over clothing. Defendants controlled the clothing that the contestants wore. Blank. One day, defendants corralled the contestants blank. We aren't allowed to see that. All redacted, probably NDAs, so on and so forth. I would actually like to see what they were forced to wear. And again, I consider that more game show etiquette and being a part of essentially a form of Survivor. But is what it is. Controlled over sleeping arrangements. Defendants controlled where, how, and whether the contestants slept. Contestants were filled into blank where they slept overnight in blank, although contestant 4 blank, which I want to know what all this is. Okay, I want to know how bad their sleeping conditions truly were, because these were some of the murmurs and goings on. They were given like garbage to sleep in. It was not good situations. Again, these were all brought up in the initial like leaks and stuff. I wish I could figure out where all that information is, because there's some stuff that was coming out of there that was just fucked up. And I know Jay said it today on Geeks and Gamers Daily, but I'm actually gonna repeat it because it really did feel that way. If you guys ever saw the documentary, or even a better one would actually be, because you can look it up on YouTube, the Fire Island, Internet Historian Fire Island documentary. That's a really good documentary, and that's what this starts sounding like. The living conditions, even the funding, honestly sounds like Fire Island. Like it's an entire scam, and they screwed people over. I don't know if we're gonna get how far it does go into this, because I listened to Mindset go over this. But like an aspect of it being Fire Island isn't just the food or living conditions, or the fact that you couldn't get your daily medication or any other medical necessities that you might require. It's the fact that they overbooked this game without telling anybody until the last second. Yeah, they planned for 1,000 people. They ended up having 2,000 people compete, which made everything 10 times hard. Well, 100 times harder, or 50 times harder, 50% harder. Now they doubled it. You know what? I'm not even going to try to figure out the math right now. But they made everything harder. But all their amenities, all their living conditions was based around only having 1,000 people participating in the contest. So, yeah, you should have thought that through before adding an extra 1,000. Exposed to dangerous conditions. This is probably mainly because of the whole competition, but the contestants were exposed to dangerous circumstances and conditions as a condition of the employment, even without considering whatever confidential conditions existed behind closed doors. While the Beast Games was being filmed, the contestants were subjected to dangerous conditions within the course of their employment. As local news reported, many contestants found it was the poor set conditions rather than the challenges themselves that proved to be the main difficulty. The contestants were pinned into enclosed spaces with blank under conditions where they were underfed, overtired, blank, and competing in stressful and exhausting challenges for a cash prize that could change their lives. The danger, moreover, was exaggerated by defendants' seemingly failure to conduct background checks. So, this actually wraps back up into literally everything else MrBeast has been dealing with. Even some of the good reporting Dogpack has brought on. Failure to conduct background checks. hiring just some of the craziest individuals, hiring awful people to be a part of your company, and you failed another round of background checks on your contestants. And boy, oh boy, did they fail. So you got Roseanne speaking about some of this, but I have received confirmation from 5 verified contestants that for the first round of Beast Games, a man named Armin Lizard, or Izard, something, Lizade, whatever, was allowed to compete. He was previously charged with at least 20 counts for battery, kidnapping, pandering, aka pimping, and robbery. He pled guilty to the pimping charge, acknowledging the significant evidence against him. He allegedly also slept near female contestants before being kicked off set for inappropriate behavior. Some of the female contestants confirmed being very uncomfortable around him. He is also friends with Jake Paul and other influencers. Why was there not adequate background checks to catch people like this? Yeah, actually, how the heck do you not check into that? How the heck do you not make sure that guy like that doesn't get on the show? Oh, maybe it's the same way that you didn't do a thorough background check on your good old buddy. Oh, well, not good old buddy, but your just said it. Delaware. Maybe it's also because you looked the other way when it came to your good buddy Chris Tyson and his goings on with the minors. The amount of evidence of MrBeast failing to do background checks, or just not caring about a background check, or what, like maybe some of the negative stuff associated with somebody, even when it comes to Delaware. I've already said I think Delaware has probably just got railroaded by the system, but whatever. If you're an RSO, you shouldn't be a part of a kid's content. Why the heck are you so inadequate at all this stuff? Why do you keep failing to do this? And now you put people actually at risk, full-fledged at risk. I know in one of the last dog pack things, they allege that another really weird and creepy dude actually works for MrBeast in his company outright. Again, that's alleged, and that's another story altogether on some of the things that guy's connected to. Somewhat similar stuff here, just in the gay context. Come on. This is insane at this point. On information and belief, there was insufficient medical staff to attend to potential and actual injuries during the production. There were several reports of injuries. For example, in an online article, Scott Robin of Vital Vegas reported on July 19th, 2024, that in a concerning twist to this story, a source claims that Desert Springs Hospital has seen countless patients today coming from Beast Games due to lack of food and water. Is that really shocking, considering all their living conditions, considering everything we've been read so far? And yes, people saw what their actual medical equipment was. It was essentially like a med kit. That's it, with a few bandages. It was nothing. And then all the medication was controlled. All their daily medication, if they needed it, it was controlled. They couldn't actually get to it. They were giving insufficient ability to take care of themselves. This is a joke. This whole show's a joke, and I find it funny that MrBeast is getting sued for this now. Contractual control. Defendants require the contestants to sign an unenforceable adhesion contestant agreement, which who knows what that is. Heck, this agreement right here might be what you brought up, Legatus, to be quite fair. Unconscionable agreement. It also unlawfully prohibits the contestants from blank. Don't know anything about that. The contestants performed work that was in the usual course of the scope and defendants' business. The work that the contestants performed for defendants is not work outside the scope of defendants' core core live entertainment content business, as would be the case, for instance, for a service provider providing ancillary production services such as food caterer. The usual course and scope of defendant's production business has nothing to do with cooking or serving food. Okay, let me reread that real quick because I got lost there. The work that the contestants performed for defendants is not work outside the scope of defendant's core live entertainment content business, as would be the case, for instance, for a service provider providing ancillary production services such as food caterer. The usual course and scope. Okay, so what they're alleging here is that the contestants had to do other things. Maybe it was light rigging. Maybe it was serving food. Who knows what it was? Why do you have your contestants doing all this manual labor stuff? They're the contestants that are supposed to be doing other manual labor tasks to get money. Why, if you're now utilizing them as slave labor, yeah, we have issues here. This is screwed up. What's going on? Here on Information and Belief, the usual course and scope of the MrBeast, as well as defendants MrBeast 2024, business enterprises, is the production of live, non-scripted or semi-scripted entertainment content whose primary focus is on the contestants' reactions to extreme stress as they compete in intense and exhausting challenges to win life-changing money. On Information and Belief, defendants Off One's Base and Amazon Alternative are also in the business of providing live, non-scripted and semi-scripted entertainment content. I think this is mainly just to establish, like, hey, MrBeast does this. He's not doing manual labor for basically slaves and stuff like that. The contestants and their reactions to extreme emotional conditions are the sine qua non. What the fuck? I cannot say that. Sine qua? We're doing this. Okay, we're freaking doing this. Je ne sais quoi? Here, what is this? What?
Sine qua non.
French word is the sine qua non of the Beast Games production. Their work is squarely within the usual scope of defendants' customary businesses. The contestants and their reactions to... Okay. What does sine qua non mean, actually? Grammar and use an essential condition, a thing that is oh. Excuse me. Okay, so sine qua, looking at it, an essential condition, a thing is absolutely necessary. Okay, so when I go back here, they're saying that the contestants were not supposed to be a part of this because the person that was supposed to be doing this all, maybe lighting, rigging, dealing with food, so on and so forth, that should have been the defendant. That should have been MrBeast. That should have been MrBeast's company and all that stuff. I actually could kind of agree with that. It really does depend on what are you guys being asked to do. Is it like, hey, can you put this box over here just real quick for us? I do think that gets into some nitty gritty, but again, that should be MrBeast's crew's job, not the contestant. I actually can agree with that. And again, if they're not getting actually paid to do some of this stuff, then I think that might be slave labor. Just saying. The contestants are not customarily engaged in independent established businesses of the same nature as the work performed for defendants. Give me a moment. God, I hate allergies. The contestants' work that the contestant work that the contestants performed for defendants is not work or services they provide to others. Unlike catering example, the contestants do not make their living providing contestant services to various customers. Rather, this was labor that contestants provided particularly for defendant. That's true. Well, you guys were contestants. Again, nitty gritty. The contestants are, on Information and Belief, people from all over the world who engage in various professions and are unemployed or are students. They are not engaged in independent businesses of the same nature the work performed for defendants. The contestants' work that the contestants performed was for defendants and pursuant to defendants' customary business model. The contestant work that the contestants performed was necessary to the defendant Beast Games production, and the work the contestants performed was for defendants' benefit, as the contestants provided the core entertainment value of the production. Well, yeah, but again, contracts. I hate using that as a scapegoat, but it is, the contract is necessary to all this. Defendants misclassified the contestants blank to avoid their employment obligations under California law and the wrongful receive unearned tax credits from Nevada. So here we go with tax fraud. Alleged tax fraud that does need a C investigation now that it's coming up in actual business documents, because what's being alleged is, hey, you are registering them as maybe volunteers over here, but you're trying to get the actual employment benefits and treat them as employed individuals to get tax benefits. That's another key takeaway to all this. Yeah, your things might be this here on your your goings on as contracts, but are you on your tax documents trying to say that they're employees so you can get better tax benefits? I feel like they're gonna Al Capone you. Listen, Al Capone was a big gangster, and what ultimately got him was the fact that he did wrong by the IRS. Don't do wrong by the IRS. Side note. Sorry for all the stifling and stuff. I recently got done with my taxes and stuff, and I'm getting a little bit of money back. And I know the saying from everybody. If you're getting money back, that means you paid too much, because that's your money you're getting back. Okay? I get the whole spiel all the time. And this is my answer to you. I don't care. I would rather pay more in taxes than underpay in taxes. Why is that? Because if you screw with your taxes and you screw with the IRS and you screw something up dealing with the IRS, they gonna tan your hide. They could do all sorts. They could screw up all day and night and not get punished. You screw up once and you don't even know if you're screwing up or not. You get screwed. You get boned. So I'd much rather pay more in taxes, overpay in taxes, so then I get a little bit of money back at the end of the year, than underpay in taxes, because guess what? That little bit of money that I'm getting back at the end of the year proves that I overpaid and that you guys can't screw me. Okay? I'd rather me screw me than you screw me. Get it? I do the screwing, not you. You don't screw me. Screwing me bad. Screwing me could land me in jail. Not all of us are DSP here and can get a sweetheart deal with bankruptcy. Jesus Christ, that man's bankruptcy. Gee, God was shining down on that man that night. From or on about redacted, the contestants worked a non-stop continuous stretch of employment for defendants during the production. From between redacted, individuals working non-stop periods of employment around the clock starting on blank to redacted, reasonably assuming a significant number of the contestants were non-Nevada residents, defendants would likely not meet the requirements that the percentage of Nevada to total qualified expenditures exceeding 60%. But again, you're trying to get that employment tax credit. You're trying to say that they're this over here when they're in reality they're this over here. Yeah, actually, there should be some investigation here. Why don't we get some people to actually look into this one? Because I'm not a fan of the government, but if this is true, boy, you gonna get your ass tanned. I'm gonna laugh, make money off of it. Moreover, defendants later required the contestants to complete blank, suggesting they intended to write off the contestants' wages as expenses in an attempt to have their cake and eat it too, i.e., fudging the true labor costs by labeling the contestants, more than likely as employees, to obtain the state of Nevada's tax credit. 2, saving money on employment wages, benefits, and employment taxes by misclassifying the contestants. And 3, deducting the contestants' labor as expenses after the fact. And here's some tax stuff and here and all that I don't know how to read. But okay. So on your tax forms, on your business records, on all that, you are classifying these people as employees. That's what you're doing in order to get tax benefits. You're garnishing wages here or there and saying that they're actually getting paid. I think we need to dig deeper into all this. And very much, if you're doing all this right now, then from my perspective as a non-legal guy, all the employment benefits that are being alleged all over the place, yeah, you should be giving it to them. If you're filing them as employees here but not over here, they deserve the employment benefits then, because you're screwing up on taxes. And that's where they're going to get you here. This feels like Viva Fry and Robert Barnes' legal stream. Well, yeah, because I'm a dum-dum on the internet, and Barnes is a dum-dum as well. Sorry, Legatus, right now, when it comes to Viva and Barnes, I'm not happy with some of the stuff going on there. Barnes has been laying out some very faulty information, and all you have to do is basically watch a bunch of other law tubers to realize that he's kind of a fraud. I'm not claiming to be a legal expert here. I'm claiming to be a dum-dum, and if you want better legal breakdown of all this, 100% go check out Legal Mindset. He is covering this. There's other people that do understand the law a whole lot better than me. I'm some dum-dum on the internet talking out of a random room in his house. Barnes is an actual legal expert, according to him, and an actual lawyer, but all of his legal expertise in a certain area right now is very telling of his actual legal expertise, and I have a very, very low opinion of him. That's all I'm going to say there. Because this is not that kind of stream for me to be ragging on all that. Hail, Jose Taku, how are you doing? Defendants require the contestants to sign an unconscionable agreement with legal and unenforceable terms. As a condition of the employment, defendants required each contestant to enter into a contract of adherence that was drafted by defendants, which plaintiffs and the proposed class were given to sign under expedited circumstances on or about June 6, 2024. On information and belief, the application period for Beast Games opened. Hail, Dom H, how you doing, buddy? Redacted. To compete in the unprecedented Beast Games, defendants enjoyed superior bargaining power and used it to impose terms and conditions that are unlawful under California law, including Labor Code Section 432.5. Defendant demands, for instance, that redacted in violation of FEHA, in particular, my brain just fried. They also required the plaintiffs to blank in violation of Labor Code Section 206.5, the contestants agreement, defendants law, unlawful. Okay, can't read all that because that is all redacted. But we're gonna keep moving on. Defendants failed to provide a safe and healthful place of employment to the particular and collective determinant of the female contestants who suffered sexual harassment. Not only that, as you can see, safe and healthful, they were being withheld tampons, or they were being told they can only have so many tampons in a day. I don't know how long this game took. I don't know how many women were there, and I don't know all that stuff. And me, myself, I'm not a woman. But I think they probably should just give them access to the tampons. Okay? Take that one on the chin. Just give them the tampons. Let's not deal with this. This is disgusting. Just give it to them. Why withhold tampons? That's insane. But that is one of the allegations, and that was one of the allegations before the class action lawsuit came to be. Production defendants also failed to provide a safe and healthful place to work in. Violation of the labor code section, including but not limited to sections legalese, as well as government code section legalese. Production defendants created working conditions that jeopardized the safety of workers, including by not providing sufficient food or drink. This we've already gone over. Taking away their access to blank, more than likely the medication. Oh, no. Not having adequate medical staff on site and not providing reasonable medical care. Forcing them to not sleep and forcing them to participate in games that unreasonably risk physical and mental injury. Okay. Production defendants additionally created a toxic and hostile work environment for, in particular, the female contestants who suffered blank, as well as sexual harassment throughout the production, as more fully detailed below, which was not only noticed but allowed by even blank, by the production defendants blank, and apparently this was allowed because of marching orders from the top. Now, we're about to get into some really funny stuff that in normal situations, I'd come out here and honestly agree with, I think, most normal people. All this misogyny and sexisms and blah, blah, blah in the corporate world, blah, 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 blah. I just find it funny that now we have multiple instances of people saying that MrBeast runs a boys club and does all this, and it's also funny considering this is coming from California, where that's an actual against the law thing, and MrBeast is so totally woke, pro DEI, all that kind of stuff. Just gonna say, if women matter, then why aren't you letting them matter at your company? I mean, you're one of the DEI people. You're pro woke and all that stuff. Why are you running your company this way? If that's the case, just gotta say, kind of hypocritical and a little Schadenfreude, you know, a little enjoyment for me. Get your comeuppance from your own bull crap. Purported How to Succeed in MrBeast's Production Handbook states that it's okay for the boys to be childish, and if talent wants to draw a dick on the whiteboard in the video or do something stupid, let them. Really do everything you can to empower the boys when filming and help them make content. Help them be idiots. What? Okay. If this is How to Succeed with the MrBeast Production Handbook, if there's an actual handbook, please, Lord, give me a copy. I want to read through this thing. I will read through the handbook. I'll do it live on stream, because if any of this is truly in there, I'm going to laugh my ass off. MrBeast, who recently came out and said, we're going to be doubling down on our DEI initiatives and bringing in these special consultants to make sure that we're doing all the DEI work. In his handbooks has all this. Please, Lord, give me a MrBeast handbook. Give me a MrBeast employee handbook. I will do so much for that. I will make so much content out of that handbook. It will be the funniest thing that I've ever seen. Please let it be real. But, okay, let them draw dicks. Okay. I mean, I think we've all drawn dicks on something, even women. If gals in the chat, Dom, I know you're a gal simp, so you can help me out here. You can actually, here, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it now, okay? I'm going to DM gal. DM and gal. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I wonder, can I call Gal? Can I call her? A Gal simp? We all know you're a Gal simp. Wait, is Gal streaming right now? Hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, she is streaming. Oh, her stream ended? Doing a thing. 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 A Discord. Please pick up. 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 Please. Pick up. She didn't pick up. Damn it. Okay. If she calls back, we're asking her, did she ever draw dicks? That is the important question. We will ask her, did she ever draw a dick? Actually, here, let me... Give me a moment. I'm going to make sure... Pick up the Discord Cal. I said gal, not call. Call woman. I has important question for you. I did that with caps and exclamation points. Oh, she 100% did. Well, I'm willing to bet she did. Okay, that's the important question, though. If she can pick up the freaking phone and actually call me back, something, I would appreciate it. Okay, but apparently I'm not good enough for her. A document appears to be MrBeast employee's handbook, written in the first person from what appears to be Mr. Donaldson's perspective, titled "How to Succeed in MrBeast Production." I want this handbook. Please, Lord, give me this handbook. Somebody tell me where I can find this handbook. What the fuck did you call me? Just call me. Call me. Here. What the fuck did you call me? Maybe why the fuck, but no, not that one. Gotta go this one. I'm calling you. Answer, gal. Gal, answer. Hello. Oh, you're
called me. Why the fuck are you calling me?
Well, I have an important question that must be answered.
Sure, what is it?
Have you ever drawn a dick?
Yeah? Why?
Okay, it's just in the MrBeast legal documents. They're saying that promoting people drawing dicks is sexist.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? What? Okay, I need to look. What are you?
I'm going through the MrBeast legal documents from the suit.
Yeah, I am aware of that. I'm just like, what does it actually say? Where? Highlight it.
Purported to How to Succeed in MrBeast Production Handbook states that it's okay for the boys to be children, and if talent wants to draw a dick on the whiteboard in the video or do something stupid, let them. Really do everything you can to empower the boys when filming and help them make content. Help them be idiots. It's essentially trying to establish that MrBeast is a boys' club.
What?
Listen, normally I'd have the
What,
same
because
response
it
as you.
says boys?
Yes, it does say boys. Empower the boys. I listened to Mindset go over this document earlier, but I needed you to be on here so I could ask you the simple question. Have you ever drawn a dick? That's all I needed to answer.
You're so fucking weird, dude.
How am I the weird one? I needed to ask a woman.
Well, first of all, you're asking a Marine.
Yeah.
A military personnel, they draw dicks on everything.
Yeah. But you're a woman,
so
too.
I'm probably not the best woman to be asking this question to, is my point.
I don't have Nomi's Discord, so I couldn't call her, and she's probably asleep.
Why would she be asleep at less than 8 in the evening?
I don't know. Maybe she's at work. I don't know.
Before 8?
It's like 8:53 my time, so 7, almost 8
You're
for
fucking
you.
weird.
Yeah.
You shut up. No one asked you.
Love you, gal. Thank you.
Love you too, you weirdo.
Oh, by the way.
What's up?
You're a hobbit. He's not responding.
Do you want me to stab you in Minecraft?
I love you. Bye.
Shut up, Michael. Bye, Dermy.
Bye. Most military women ain't drawing dicks, don't know about women Marines. Most military women ain't drawing dicks. I disagree, okay? Considering gal's a military whammons, and more than likely she'd draw a dick. Listen, the only reason I brought that up is because the whole boys club narrative and blah blah blah. That's the only reason I called her. Okay, that's truly the only reason I called her, was for the whole boys club thing that's about to be established here. And again, normally I would 100% be against what's being said here, but I find it just so joyful to see it from a woke company that this is being accused. I have this just joy in my heart right now because it's retarded. A document that appears to be a MrBeast employee handbook, written in the first person from what appears to be MrBeast Donaldson's perspective, titled How to Succeed in MrBeast Production, which, by the way, I want to have. The MrBeast handbook was published on the internet on August 13th, 2024 by YouTuber creator Roseanne Pansino, who alleges that she received it on and confirmed its authenticity with two I must find this. I must find this. I know I am, gal, but you love me all the same. Oh, that works too, Jose. But Jose, thank you for your service, by the way, buddy. Was that Lady Gravemaster? No, that the gal, green-haired anti-liberal, not gal. Well, no, not Lady G. So there's Lady G, who's a Marine and also ate crayons, and then you got gal, who also ate crayons. See, they're both crayon eaters, but we love them all the same. Okay? Even if they didn't get the fancy, you know, like good living conditions, and, you know, we're a part of the Air Force, which honestly, from my perspective, seems like a better idea. And I'm going to say it here, even though I wasn't in the military, from a normal person's perspective. I love how you did the nom nom nom, gal. From a normal person's perspective, I got to be real honest with you. If there's any, like, in the military, army, whatever, if there's any boys club going on within, like, any of our military branches, it's 100% the Navy. I mean, come on. A bunch of guys going down in a submarine. Okay. Somebody must find me links to this. Fuck it. I'm going to look. Can I find the MrBeast handbook? Can I find the MrBeast handbook? Please, please, please tell me I can find a MrBeast handbook. Please. Please, 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 please. Oh my god. 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 I found it. I have the MrBeast handbook. All it took was a simple Google search, and I found a Google Drive. I'm fucking. We are. Give me a moment because I don't know where stuff's about to pop off. I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna download this. Come on, load faster, load more, load harder. Documents. MrBeast. Saving. I got the PDF. Women go down in the subs too, only if they're lesbians. So there's that. But okay, I have the handbook. I has the handbook. I'm gonna read that. I can make content out of that. Oh, if it's verified, I'm gonna make so much content out of that. This alleged MrBeast handbook provides insights into the boys will be boys working conditions that are seemingly promoted by Mr. Donaldson, which if such MrBeast handbook is indeed distributed to MrBeast production staff, advises employees really do everything you can to empower the boys when filming and help them make content, help them be idiots, emphasis added. And if talent wants to draw dicks on the whiteboard, excuse me, what? No, gal, lesbians go down in subs, okay? It's fine. If talent wants to draw a dick on the whiteboard in the video or do something stupid, let them. Talent wants to draw dicks on the whiteboard in the video or do something stupid, let them. Assuming they know all the risks and aren't missing context on why it's not safe. Wait, huh? People like when we are in our natural element of stupidity, really do everything you can to... I'm gonna have to read through this. I want to know what the hell is happening. I know I am, gal. And you love me all the same. Okay? I must... helping the boys make content apparently translated to all redacted. The apparent MrBeast ethos for helping the boys be idiots seemed to pave the way for production staff to allow more than likely the sexual harassment, especially since they did have a guy who beat people and was arrested for pimping. On information and belief, contestant 4 and contestant experiences, as further detailed below, corroborate these while the production... Don't stop! I want the unredacted version of this. While the production staff and... Let's scroll until we find... What? Contestants 4 and 5 witnessed what? What did they witness? Don't do this to me, Lord! By refusing to intervene, production defendants created permitted to exit and fostered a culture and pattern and practice of sexual harassment, including in the form of a hostile work environment where, by the way, a tip from $6.99 from Haitian Cat, our best cat, just tipped. Haitian Cat, our best cat. Gal posting L's. Hail, Hellhound! How are you doing? Oh. Listen, I'm all for Gal's trip to Ohio. I'm 100% on board with that. Allow our crazy cat lady to go save the crazy cats over in Ohio. I think... Ooh. I just thought of a movie idea. One Marine going to Ohio to save the cats. I see a movie here. I think we can make millions on it. You know, we'll get like some really awesome person to do this, and we can make this as ridiculous as possible. Meme it to life, my friend. Meme it to life. I'm gonna meme this shit to life. I have an entire movie idea in my head now. Bull fucking shit. Beast Games created hostile conditions where women were forced to endure the severe embarrassment and unfair disadvantage of, I'm willing to bet you $100 that it's all about the fact that they weren't allowed to have tampons. Again, this was already alleged. A lot of this stuff was came out a month ago. Yeah, I'm willing to bet you money that this whole section here is all about the fact that they weren't allowed to have tampons. Defendants appear to take no steps during the course of the production to address blank. At all relevant times on information and belief, defendants management up to and including senior management and ownership had an actual and or constructive notice that the violence and sexual harassment detailed herein was occurring within the workplace. I give me these redacted now. I want to know what MrBeast is allegedly allowing to have happen because I've got to find it funny. So let me enjoy this moment. At all relevant times on information and belief, defendants management up to and including senior management and ownership had actual and or constructive notice that its production staff was aware of but failed to remedy the violence and sexual harassment detailed herein. Now, again, all alleged. I find it funny that a woke company is allowing this to happen, but also what might have potentially stopped some of these things from happening? Maybe just maybe background checks on people and not allowing a guy who is a convicted pimp to be a part of this? Just saying. Defendants made multiple false statements to the contestants in connection with Beast Games prior to the start of the competition. Oh, that's the Fantasy League. Defendants falsely advertised the competition would have 1,000 contestants, and this cut the odds of winning. Now, this was also something I brought up earlier. Yeah, it wasn't they advertised it as 1,000 people. They went around saying it's only going to be 1,000 contestants. It's only going to be 1,000 contestants. It's only going to be 1,000 contestants. It ended up being 2,000 contestants, which then played deeper into all the awful conditions because they only prepped everything for 1,000 people. Yeah, that's retarded. I'm sorry, that's retarded. On March 18th, 2024, Amazon shared the news that MrBeast and Amazon MGM Studios announced the new reality competition series Beast Games in large print text just under a graphic showing Mr. Donaldson amidst a backdrop including the Amazon Prime Video and MrBeast logos. Amazon continued that the new show will premiere on Prime Video and is set to become the biggest reality competition series where 1,000 contestants will compete for $5 million prize. See also figure 9 below. And just to further add fuel to the fire, it's still a thing. It's still all here. And I will say, if this airs with all this controversy around it, it might be the biggest show ever. Because I want to know how bad these conditions were. I want to have the full verification of it because I find it funny. Mr. Donaldson himself also announced this that same day on his MrBeast Twitter account. This we already saw. I'm going to be filming the largest game show in history. Yeah. According to all relevant times, defendants Amazon, Off One's Base, and MrBeast held themselves out collectively as the creators, promoters, and producers of the Beast Games, and all did so in order to profit from the endeavor. Defendants widely promoted right through the first day of the Beast Games competition that there would be 1,000 people competing. However, the contestants who had traveled having blocked off blah 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 that was required by defendants to compete in Beast Games only first found out when the competition started that it was actually 2,000 people playing, not 1,000, which does hinder stuff because everybody actually did prep for 1,000. That's retarded. This did not sit well with the contestants who made their feelings known to the New York Times reporter, Kirscher? Wait, is the White Fox lady actually a reporter for the New York Times? Who reported that right from the start, things seemed off Some contestants said they had originally been told that the competition would be 1,000 participants. This was also the figure advertised by Prime this year, and it turned out to be 2. Kircher went on to add that after learning the contestants would be competing against 2,000, some said they felt they had been misled about their odds of winning. Defendants misrepresented that responsible meal needs would be met. Beast Games production represented that Beast Games rules packet that the blank would be provided by defendants. Defendants failed to mention, however, that these blank, if they could be called that, these meals. Okay, so this is all about the meals, which I also mentioned earlier. Pictures of these were going around. I was not able to find, because I know I have them bookmarked somewhere. I know for a fact I do have the Beast Meals bookmarked somewhere. I'm just not able to find it, but let me see if I can. Beast Game Food. How old is this? This is from August 2nd, where MrBeast and crew have clapped back, apparently saying that they did feed them enough. But they don't have the picture of the chicken. No. No, that's MrBeast Burger, which is also a shady biz. I'm quickly just seeing if I can find a picture, and I don't think I can. Mr. Beast Games Food. The New York Times article, but I'm trying to. I know there was a picture. No, but I do have the New York Times article. I highly doubt they're going to be putting it in here. Let's just do a quick scan through real quick. Did you see the second part of the one guy documentary on MrBeast? It unfortunately gives the lawsuit less credibility, and I don't like MrBeast. So I have yet to see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I have yet to watch that because I don't. I have to be honest. If Dogpack's getting involved, it's gonna fall flat. Dogpack is nothing more than an uber shill that is gonna go around the entire time ruining everything for everybody. He is a problem child, and I did an entire video stating as such. Why won't you find a archive today? Let me get my thoughts together as I try to find this. Hey, this page was last archived 1 day ago. Wait. Shit, it has to load. Let me get that to load. But okay, so when Dogpack was going around with his third video, he laid an accusation out at one of the employees of MrBeast, said, oh, well, these are just accusations, but here's all the stuff that states that, yes, he is in fact a wife abuser. And then a week later or a few days later, it turned out, no, that guy wasn't it. And he made a statement on Twitter, but that's it. And he said that he's not a reporter, but he is a reporter. Dude, once you did that, you lost all credibility for me, because now you just opened up the fact that you're just jumping on everything the moment you can. You're doing all this for clout. On top of that, you're not taking this seriously. Like, there's a bunch of serious stuff that has been coming out, and you have, in fact, actually like ruined this outright. I have an entire video explaining like why the MrBeast drama actually died. Like, this is gonna revitalize it for the Beast Games part, but that other drama, that other stuff, as long as Jake Weddle goes around flabbing his mouth and frickin' Dogpack keeps reporting on actual false information, it's just going to be thrown out. It's a joke. This right now is at least keeping it alive, but it's only for this part. It's only for Beast Games. It's not the rest of the stuff. I think Dogpack and Jake have 100% screwed the pooch on all this, because the only reason I'm talking about this right now is because there's an actual legal lawsuit. That's it. So, defendants that these meals, if they could be called that, infrequently provided and insufficient in number of calories in each meal, where plaintiffs allege, by way of example, blank. Indeed, according to local news reports, countless Beast Games contestants were taken to the hospital, including for dehydration. Scott Roba, the Vital Vegas, reported that local Desert Springs Hospital had seen countless patients. This we've already read over. Denied food to diabetics, denied water to contestants, and at least 2 individuals had seizures as a result. And these were also some of the allegations that came out before Dogpack, by the way. In fact, Dogpack is getting wrapped in all this bothers the hell out of me. Because there's no real way to corroborate anything that Dogpack's saying. And once you disprove such a major thing that you're throwing as an accusation, that starts saying, well, you got this major thing wrong. You got this major thing wrong. Never put it on the video, never did anything like that. You made a statement on Twitter and walked away. So now everything comes into question. And Jake Weddle, oh my God, Jake Weddle. Walking schizo. In addition to promising contestants that defendants would handle blank, defendants also promised in the Beast Games rules pack that blank, in reality, however, was blank. For example, contestants 4 concluded their assignment blank, but the production did not blank until days after. Some, I'm willing to bet they finished their job, but the production did not end and would not let them go home, maybe, or something like that. Some contestants opted to blank, but many are still awaiting their promised reimbursement. For example, contestants 2 and 3 have submitted documentation to be reimbursed for blank, but defendants have not yet reimbursed them. I don't know what that's in connection to, because again, we've already gone over several instances of reimbursement needing. By the way, sorry if I'm starting to stagger. I don't know if that's my PC or if that's my wavelength or stuff. It staggers from time to time, and I hate it. And I think we are nearing the end. The Beast Games production was so void of standards and reasonable care that MrBeast allegedly offered to cover the contestants' therapy. If this is true, I think MrBeast is a little bit more screwed. The foregoing acts by defendants created an environment during MrBeast Games that was so void of human standards that the defendants ended up volunteering to cover the cost of the contestants' therapy. It was that bad. Actually, here. I mentioned his name already, but let's bring it here. Jake Weddle. Hey, Jakey boy. Jake Weddle is a 100% schizo. He's insane. Dude went on crazy rants, has just lost all credibility in the majority of people's eyes. And it doesn't help the fact that MrBeast offered him like 100 and... Oh, how much money was it? $190,000 or something like that? Yeah, I'm doing this off the top of my head. Like $190,000 and no strings attached, by the way. According to Jake, MrBeast offered him $190,000 in that vicinity. No strings attached. And Jake said that he wasn't going to take it because it would hurt his credibility, but he will take $50,000 because that won't hurt my credibility. But there's no strings attached. If everything you're saying there is true, and he offered you $190,000, didn't have to promote it, didn't have to do anything, why not just take the $190,000? What? And everybody was trying to take that as, is that MrBeast coming out here and admitting guilt? Is that MrBeast coming out here admitting guilt? No, all it does is prove that Jake Weddle's dumb. Why don't you just take the money? What? He offered you all this money for free. Take it and run, man. Jesus. But apparently Jake also needed therapy himself because of the competition that he endured. That the more you start thinking about it, the more you're like, you know what? If you gave the guy a clock, it probably wouldn't have been that bad. And the running part, like, there's some stuff to that I'm like, I don't think he really needed therapy. Just to be fair. The combination of all the foregoing created an environment in which the contestants suffered severe emotional distress. Defendants apparently aware of the severe distress they caused by contestants by their lack of responsible care in the conducting the production, allegedly offered to cover the contestants' therapy. Pansino has reported on alleged contestants. Why did I fuck that one up? Informing her that defendants knew it was bad because they also offered to provide therapy sessions using their own insurance. They knew it was bad. Insurance, yeah. Plaintiff's individual experience. Contestant 1 was employed by defendants in blank. Defendants arranged and pay contestants 1's blank during their service for defendants. Defendants also arranged for blank. Contestants 1 understood that they would be compensated by defendants for their service. Defendants took more than 30 days after contestant 1 conclusion of service to pay contestant 1 the promised payment. Contestant 2 was employed by defendant. Defendants arranged, understood defendants for service, while defendants blank. To date, they have not reimbursed contestant 2. And this is all about the reimbursement and understanding that they were probably more than likely employees based on everything. And the sole fact that MrBeast wrote them off as tax credits as employees. He did that. That's what's being alleged. And they showed tax documents. I don't know how you got that, but if you're writing them off as taxed employees, but you're not treating them as employees, you're fucking up there. You're screwed up. And the fact that this is coming from California makes it all the more beautiful and juicy. Oh my god, I love this so much. I love what I'm seeing here. And if it's all true, MrBeast is royally screwed. What's more than likely going to happen if this does not get kicked out of the court? Settlement. More than likely. I mean, come on. This is an easy layup for a settlement. This is an easy dunk for a settlement. All the allegations there, I do want to see what's actually there. All the sexual harassment, I would love to dig deeper into and see is this actually sexual harassment or not, so on and so forth. I would love this, but this is just another black eye for MrBeast. Everything here is just another mega black eye for MrBeast, and I was wrong. This did spur up all the Beast drama again. Everything. All the Beast drama is coming back now, and it's all because of this suit. People are going to keep digging into this. People are going to keep digging into them. More stuff's going to come out. But like I said earlier, or a bit ago, the only way to keep these Beast suits basically alive and running at this point is if people quit adding in baseless claims and just try to report on the facts. I haven't gone over the... Can I? It's already... Fuck, it's almost already 9:30 here. We've been going way longer than I usually go. But let me... How long is the second interview? The 18 seconds, but let me...
These are some very serious allegations.
It's 30 minutes. Okay, here's my deal. We'll go over the second Jake Weddle interview, by Asher Shower tomorrow. For that, we'll go over all this because this is just more allegations and stuff. We'll discuss that. We'll see what Dogpack has to say here because he does get interviewed here. I'm curious to see it. I'm curious to lay it all out, but I think that's going to be the best idea. I know I wanted to talk about the Warhammer stuff as well. I'm not going to have time to get into any of that. This is just going to be my MrBeast thing. We're just going to keep doing it this way right now because there's so much information and evidence coming out. That's insane. But what I will do, if you guys want a really good breakdown of especially the MrBeast lawsuit slacker, fine. We'll I still have to get you guys, I still have to get you guys stuff. Actually, I'll find a way to do that. Okay, here, I'll do one more video. I'll do one thing because I do need to get a video out for tomorrow. But what I just dropped there was the link to Legal Mindset's video on all this. Only getting to one topic for shame. Fuck you. This is the main. This is the whole show, basically. Fine, I'll get the other topics set up. I'll get the other topics because it's insane. But I did just drop the Legal Mindset link in there. He has a really good breakdown, an hour and 33 minutes. Goes over a bunch of stuff there. Talks about a bunch of very specific details. Talks about it on a more of a legal aspect and stuff like that. Gal, go screw yourself. I can't even see the emoji yet that you dropped because Restream takes a little while to load emojis. So, oh, hearts. See, you put a purple heart in there. You are purple-haired anti-liberal now. Congratulations. But what do I want to do for this? Because this was a heartwarming story in my opinion, and it was very, very like happy and healthy. So there's that. But yes, go check out Legal Mindset. He does give a more legalized analysis of it. Goes deeper into some stuff that I don't remember talking about on here, like some tax credits and stuff like that. Other things that have allegedly come out. So yes, go check out that 100%. Before we get into this next topic, which we're just gonna bust right on through because we got to. Let me double check. How are we doing over on the, oh, I don't have the food. Damn you. Over on Kick. How are we doing there? And I'm going to bookmark this. I'm going to bookmark something real quick before I forget because I will forget. Where is my document for all this? Right there. Save. Moving on. Where are we on the Kick subscribers? Where are you? Where are we on Kick? Where are we? We are sitting at this creator dashboard. We are still sitting at 74 followers over on Kick. Hail, Philip A. Demick. Hail to you. I need one more follower. I need one follower over on Kick to be able to actually monetize the Kick side. So, dropping the link in the chat now. It would greatly appreciate. Send that all over the place. Share it out to everywhere. I would 100% appreciate every second of that. And now let me get everything set up for the woke media going after Warhammer, because this is insane. From a heartwarming story to a very sinister story. But let me get all this going in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dermy. I'm coming at you with another video, and today we're going over the ongoing situation revolving around Warhammer 40k and Space Marine 2. Now, what happened is very simple. A honestly heartwarming story, in my personal opinion, of a CEO coming out here and just going to an Asmongold video and laying out their thoughts and opinions on modern day gaming. when we come down here, and I'll open this image up in a new tab for everybody, we can see this supposed, well, this actual comment that was left on an Asmongold video. It was directed towards Asmongold. It was supposedly from the CEO of Saber, in which he lays out that his whole goal around this game was to give us back old school gaming, old school feels, games that are meant to be fun, enjoyable, and not filled with propaganda or progressive ideologies. He even brought up individuals like Embracer Group and all this modern day bull crap that's coming up here, and how that's not real gaming. This is an example of real gaming when it comes to Space Marine 2. And wonderful story. And it has since been seemingly confirmed to be factual, almost confirmed, just about like, hey, it's just there, not outrightly confirmed, but somewhat confirmed that yes, this is in fact from the CEO of Saber, saying this honestly really good thing. And you would think people would be happy about this. You would think. No, what we're getting is actually a bunch of woke media outlets, individuals from all these other companies coming out here and deriding Saber for having their CEO supposedly come out here and make this. Now, I'm starting off with IGN that doesn't have that bad of a headline, but you can see it right here. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 dev won't say whether imposing morals on gamers. YouTube comment is from its CEO. Saber Interactive won't say whether the comment heavily circulated on social media is from its CEO. Then you got PC Gamer. Alleged Space Marine 2 CEO comments blast games that impose morals. Saber Interactive CEO Matthew Karsh appears to speak out against games that impose morals in the wake of Space Marine 2 success. Then you got over here, Saber won't say whether their CEO wrote this highly baity comment about games imposing morals on gamers. And one more. Why a Space Marine 2 exec's YouTube comment became a lightning rod. The CEO of Saber Interactive left a controversial comment on Asmongold's channel. They're now coming after him. They're deriding him. They're full-fledged hating on this man and trying to figure out if this is truly the CEO or not because of a simple comment that he made in which he said, hey, we should stop trying to impose these morals and this ideology on gamers when gamers just want video games, when gamers just want to come out, play a game, have escapism, get away from their day-to-day lives, because maybe their day-to-day life, maybe it's good. Maybe they have a really good day-to-day life, but they still want that little bit of escape. They still want that time to, you know what? I love my wife. I love my kids. I have a decent job here, but you know what? I want to go to this fantasy land real quick and kick a bunch of orcs in the junk. I just want to go do that because that sounds like fun. Go on and do it. Escapism is important for humanity. Escapism helps humanity. We're dealt this really awful hand right now. We have a very contentious election going on. We have a bunch of bullcrap going all over place. And citizens, people as a whole, we need a form of escape. It helps us break out of the bullcrap and allows us to feel free and happy and joyful, and something as simple as freaking going around space in a giant Space Marine outfit, beating up a bunch of it's not Zerg, that's not Warhammer, that's freaking, why am I blanking? I'm blanking on everything right now. Zerg is from, not, I want to say Space Marine, but I know it's not Space Marine. It's from the Warcraft one. Tyranids, thank you. Where's Zerg from? I know Zerg is from like the Warcraft variation, what Blizzard put out. StarCraft, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking they're okay. Warhammer and StarCraft is basically the same thing. to be brutally honest. They're not. But StarCraft was created because they wanted to do a Warhammer thing. So it is what it is. It's basically a ripoff, but it was more successful and easier to get into. But you got it because Zerg is Tyranids. But anyways, you get to be a Space Marine going around beating up Tyranids, fighting against Tyranids in a gory, brutal fashion. All you want to do. That's what this guy says that he came out to do. That's what the CEO, this alleged CEO that seems to be all but confirmed, said that game should be. And because that, they're saying that this is controversial, bad. You shouldn't be saying this stuff. It's awful. It's awful to be saying things like this. Games should impose its morals on you. Games should force the gamers to deal with it. You know what? These companies want more games to be like Concord, Dustborn, T. Louis 2, The Last of Us 2. They want more games like that. They want more games imposing their beliefs, their demands, their ideologies all on you, all day, every day. When all a gamer truly wants to go around, let's say Halo. Let's use Halo for this example. Go around as Master Chief, beating up the Covenant, battling the Flood, saving the day, being the hero. That's all gamers want. It's simplistic. It's so simple. But you failed to give us that. You failed to give us that little thing. And when a CEO comes out here and says this, you deride him and attack him for simply stating what gamers truly want. And I have another example. I have this, and I know this comes from Grums. Take it as you will. But woke devs and press go after Saber Interactive CEO for his alleged Space Marine 2 comments. They want him canceled for making a game free from pandering narratives. They are literally witch hunting him now, trying to find out if he said what he said. If they keep this up, sales will go through the roof. Which, by the way, as of right now, if I go 1 week or max it out, player base is decent right now, but it's maintaining a decent player base. Everything seems to be going right along. But here's another, and I've seen this guy go around a few times. He's a super activist media personality who says this. If Saber doesn't issue a response, then that's a response. Like I said, that's a response. Update Saber Interactive tells me it won't comment on whether a YouTube comment on Asmongold's channel complaining about games imposing morals on gamers belongs to its CEO or not. Yo, at Saber, did Matthew Karsh really write this, or is someone impersonating him? They want to know if it's him or not. They require to know if it's him or not, because they want to cancel him. They want to drag him out in the streets. They want to force him to deal with his words, and for you to acknowledge that you screwed up, that we need more games like Dustborn. We need more games like Concord. We need more of this diversity, representation, and things like that for gamers to feel our moral superiority and have to bend to us because we have the moral high ground. We are the good people here. We're on the side of good here, folks. When in reality, truly the fascists, you're truly the awful people, you're truly the villains. All because a man wanted to give gamers escapism. Or say he wanted to give gamers escapism, to be more fair. You want to drag him out, chastise him, belittle him, and demand him take it back. I say piss off. Let gamers have their escapism. Let gamers have their fun. Give gamers back what gamers have always wanted. Simple, good game where we can go around doing whatever it is we do. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I might be ranting and raging. I might be ending it, doing all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I still love that game. And why? Oh, because there's a story there. I have to hunt it down. But for the most part, I'm going around just battling giant monsters. Hard monsters, but giant monsters. And trying to overcome just being a better player, being a better gamer. And I'm not getting this craziness shoved down my throat. What other games do I like to play? Oh, Halo. I enjoy playing Halo. I enjoyed playing frickin' I almost said Metal Gear Solid. I just had the game. Helldivers. I enjoyed playing Helldivers too. I enjoyed playing a lot of games. None of it has bullcrap in it. But hey, force your garbage down and see how that goes out. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now. There, you happy, gal? You happy? I did my second topic. Now I have to stay up late editing that video because I had a bunch of stuff in it. Let me get caught up on all your chats because I did see people went over to the kick side. Shout out to Philip Demick. Says, cheers, everybody. Hump day. I see Legatus Legionus over there. Let me get Cloud's comment real quick and get caught up on everything. Perhaps the reason so many companies are doing away with the escapism is due to the fact that they're now run by far leftist weirdos and they actually want society to collapse. That's more than likely. Phil says, I'm a boomer. I boom things. That's right. He says now he's going to get a drink. Gal says he may even rage quit the game. That's more than likely true. Oh, I thought you were gonna say big titty anime bitches. LOL. I mean, who doesn't like a good big titty anime bitch? And then we have Kel saying RIP Helldivers 2. Yep. I heard the pre-orders for the new Dragon Age is not where they want it to be. I heard that too. Oh, fuck you, Cal. I heard it. I haven't looked into it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I did one video on Dragon Age because it all looked stupid, idiotic. Not the Dragon Age that I played, and I only played a few of it. I'm not big into Dragon Age. I know Adam is. I'm leaving that all to Adam. From my perspective, as a guy who's not a big fan of Dragon Age, I don't see the pluses here, and I think it's just going to be, hey, it looks like garbage. We're not going to put our money where I'm at. We're not going to put money up for all this. So there's that. Gal says, see that Pokemon is suing Palworld officially now. Wait, what? What? So what am I doing on Kick? First time here. Kick is like Twitch. It's more of a streaming platform. But if I get one more follower, I will officially be monetized. And everything will be fan-frickin-tastic. Gal, if you could DM me that, I would appreciate it. Because I don't know what they would have to actually sue on. I lost a follower. What? Check BB chat. I will. You didn't have to say it like that. I typed it that way to get around the censors. LOL. Well, I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it. But huh? I lost a follower. Gal, was that you? Why, thank you, Philip. I so greatly appreciate it. It takes a little while for this to load. Like yesterday I was watching it because I was at 73. Today when I opened it, I needed 1. So the whole platform over here is off. The way it tracks isn't good. But if I can just hit that 75 mark. The fact that I lost a follower, it was one of you. One of you fuckers. I know it was. One of you guys. Not Philip and not Legatus, obviously. They're fantastic individuals. But it was either Gal, Kel, or Cloud. One of you. I know it was. That's the kind of trolls you are. I know you. We work together essentially. I know all of you. Yeah. Well, I see Legal Mindset's tweet, but according to Legal Mindset, Pokemon is finally suing Palworld over patent infringement. Note, the case is filed in Tokyo as both companies are headquartered there, so it will apply relevant Japanese law. We'll need to dive deeper into the facts, but regardless of specifics, this will be bloody. What? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm interested to see more of this one because I don't know what's going to happen there. Japanese law is not American law. I'm not a legal expert. I can understand a little bit of American law. So there's that. So take that as you will. I understand it, doesn't mean I'm good at it. I'm curious how this will play out. Really curious. Oh, an unsub train. Anyone got a spare ticket? Screw you, Weasel. Screw you. BRB going to unfollow, so you lost 2 followers. LOL. I could see you doing that, Cloud. Legal Mindset has a Pokemon lawsuit on his Twitter. You're welcome for telling you about Palworld. I'm going to have to be following this one because this is going to be dealing with laws that I know nothing about and I am curious about. I wanted to thank you for all gifted subs. You've given me enough to claim me as a dependent. Aw. Probably not dependent yet, but you're welcomes. Weasel, I don't see your emoji yet, but I know it's gonna be like clowning on me. So I need to wrap this up and edit that video. I'm trying to think. What laws could have been broken? Granted, I don't know Japanese laws, but what could they be doing? Like, what could the thing be? Most of their... I've gone over this. It's been a little while. I might have to dig into some areas. I wonder. Niche Gamer. Niche Gamer. They have an article? And I said that way too low, so you probably didn't hear that. I asked if Niche Gamer might have an article. Yeah. Niche Gamer has an article. Okay, we're just going to read through this real quick. I DM'd you the Nintendo press release. I have something here. News release regarding the filing of a patent infringement lawsuit against Pocket Pair Co. Ltd. has been posted. We posted the news release file. So they're arguing infringement is what it looks like, but Nintendo has announced that they've filed a lawsuit against Palworld developer Pocket Pair. In a brief announcement, Nintendo claims that Palworld infringes multiple patent rights held by Nintendo, though no examples are provided in the announcement. Nintendo LLC, together with the Pokemon Company, filed a patent infringement lawsuit in the Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair. Defendant. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take necessary action against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years. It's foolish not to admit that Palworld is at least somewhat derivative of Pokemon, but until now, Nintendo has only gone after modders, as usual, who added characters from Nintendo franchises into Palworld. That we saw back when it first came out, but let's see more of this. For its part, Palworld has seemed to distance itself from Pokemon, and even during the game's unprecedented success, fans insisted that while it may border parody, it doesn't appear to lift anything directly from Pokemon. That's 100% true. They might have similarities here or there, but it doesn't even seem to be Pokemon. There's inspirations, but it's not Pokemon. It's just not. Fans are also confused as to why Nintendo waited so long to intervene, given that Palworld released about 8 months ago and was announced 3 years ago. Fans have gone on to accuse Nintendo of cynically waiting until Pocket Pair made money off of Palworld to seek damages, or excuse me, or of the lawsuit being a petty tactic to compensate for the lack of quality, mainly Pokemon games in the recent years. You're just being petty because yeah. Power World recently celebrated its success and announced that the game would not be pivoting to a free-to-play or games as a service model, citing its rich single-player experience. Power World was released back in January 2024. Yeah, this we already know. I think this is gonna go nowhere. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. I think this is going to be a abysmal failure, but that's also using American law, not Japanese law, but it does kind of look like it looks like Pokemon's just being extremely petty right now. It really does. This is just insane to me. So yeah, you have similar creatures. There's no evolution. There's variants, yeah, but they do their own thing. There's no gym badges. It's a survival game with Pokemon in it that you can eat. So I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm curious, but I know their copyright laws are very draconian. They are. It's weird. I AM'd you the Nintendo press release. I got that. Think the wheels are turning, but the hamster is. The problem is, like, this is Japanese law. This is an American law. So my wheels can be turning, but I'm somewhat informed on the American law because of the amount of law tubers I follow, but with this being Japanese law, this is completely different laws, all sorts of craziness. I know their copyright laws are draconian, but they're also very, very protective, yet also very freeing. It's kind of weird how their copyright system works. So there's that. They're gonna go after the Palasphere, LOL. Nintendo is being petty and as usual. They're 100%. Maybe they should have you spell should have wrong. Worked hard to make their own games better over the years. TPC and GF doesn't want any competition because that would mean that they can just coast. They can't just coast anymore. Watch Digimon. You're next. Yeah. In fact, I would actually use Digimon as a counter narrative. If we're using American law here, which I'm gonna have to wait for Mindset on this, because Mindset will like actually research Japanese law and be able to know it. He does know Japanese law fairly decently, so I'm gonna trust his assessment on this one. Oh, excuse me. If I'm gonna tackle this from maybe an American side, I would bring up Digimon. Never sued Digimon. I would bring up actual Pokemon that has been ripped from Digimon. I would bring up Pokemon that was ripped from Yu-Gi-Oh! You also never went after Yu-Gi-Oh! When they did their capsule monsters. You haven't gone after. I just had Yokai Watch, which is another Pokemon variant. You haven't gone after any of these things, but you're gonna go after this one now. Why? Oh, because it's successful? Because it's just better? Because people liked it? And I'm gonna agree with a lot of people here. You've had how many years to make an open world Pokemon game? Free flowing open world game. You're starting to get there. Starting is the key word. I know essentially Scarlet and Violet is more open world than not. Still not great. You've had years to do this at this point. They beat you to it. Congratulations. And it's just a survival game with Pokemans in there. With Mons all over the place. And they're updating it. Regular updates. They just released a new update. Let me see if I can find images of the newer pals. New pals in our world. Because they released raids, I know. What the fuck is this? What? A giant sky whale, which I want. You have new mushroom dinos, other new pals. I know this is a newer one. We have frog guy, we have ostrich creature. We have all these. All these are new either variants or iterations of already established pals. And on top of that, they released this. This is a brand new pal. Brand new. Out the nothing similar. It's new. All around new, and it's supposed to be a raid feature. It's its own thing. They've established their own creativity, their own world. Ooh. Another unreleased pal. Okay, that's... I could see, like, the similarities. I can. If they're gonna tackle it by, like, hey, this looks like Zekrom. Hey, you know, this looks like Gardevoir. If we're gonna be tackling it from there, okay. Is it sufficiently transformed? In America, I think it would be sufficiently transformed. In Japan, I don't know, but I like Scarlet and Violet. I recently replayed it. I also finally finished all the DLCs. I'm all for it. Any gal pals? Well, I do have gal pals. Her name's Gal. I see you liking my kick emojis that I cannot do over on Twitch or over on YouTube, so I have special emojis just over there, but they don't own the patent for raid battles. There's other Japanese games that have raids. That's the problem. So what are you going to be tackling on? What are infringement, but what type of infringement? Okay, yeah, U2s. Like, I could see similarities with some of the pals. I've already, like, given that. I think they're sufficiently changed, but does Japan think they're sufficiently changed? Like here. Not the best one, but a decent example. Brachiosaurus. Frickin' can't remember what this one was named, but then you have Meganium here. You see the similarities. I think the worst one, to be fair, is right here. You can see it's more of a combination of Gudra and Lilligant, if anything. Like, you could see similarities all over the place. You could see similarities here. They exist. I'm not going to lie. Does Japanese law account for sufficient transformation? Because if so, I think these all are sufficiently transformed. I think they all are unique in their own ways. I think they all do their own things. I will say, I don't know if I haven't played Power World for a while, so don't quote me on this. This one, I think, pushes it a bit. If this is a new PAL, I think this one is, in fact, pushing it a little bit. And if I can go, like, if I can find... I think this one's also pushing it a little bit. Because that's Zekrom. That's like Zekrom mixed with Reshiram. Like, come on. But I don't know. I don't know. I need to start wrapping this stuff up. I've gone way longer than I normally do. And I might dig deeper into that lawsuit that's about to be happening. Because I am curious of how that's going to play out. But until next time, guys, I love you all. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for spending the tonight with me. I know tonight was a little bit more legalese and filled with a bunch of stuff that probably nobody's going to care about. And it was probably best that I did keep it to a stream and not go full-fledged with a video on all this, because it's so legalized and all over the place. But I love doing Dermy's Daily Dictation, and I will be back tomorrow with another Dermy's Daily Dictation on all platforms again: Kick, Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter. I'm going to keep doing it, but then again, tomorrow might actually be a different day because I still have a little bit different. We're probably going to react to the dog pack interview for the most part. But out of that, tomorrow might be shorter as well. Just because I still need to do both episodes of Agatha. I need to make sure people can see both episodes of Agatha. And I will say this, I'm going to be changing up how I do my reviews. I've already said that with Rings of Power, but Rings of Power, that blew up in my face because of how Locals does its streaming, which I need to start pimping out Locals. I'm going to start doing some more pimping of other things here or there, especially on this show. But I do have a Locals, trying to build that up, trying to figure out how to do there. Best thing to use Locals for right now is notifications, because I know YouTube screws up notifications. You're not always going to get my notifications on Discord. You're not always going to get my notifications over on YouTube or on Twitter. So Locals, I always put up my notifications over on Locals. Go check it out over there. Locals whole thing is idiotic, but I'm going to be changing up how I do my reviews, and I'm going to be moving them from this channel, and I'm going to be rebranding the Clips channel to the review channel. That's where I'm going to start putting up the reviews. That's just how I'm going to do it right now, because I think the reviews are going to do better on their own channel versus my news channel, and I think that's just going to be the best idea. Yeah, the first ones are going to probably do like crap, but it's probably better to separate those two out. Review channel is probably going to be a little bit more stagnant with what I do, and it's mainly just going to be reviews of stuff. So if there's nothing to review, I'm not going to be uploading there very much. I might find something to put up there here or there. Who knows? But that's kind of the plan for reviews. I might put unedited reactions to episodes also up over on YouTube, on Locals. I need to edit a few of those because that's how it's going to go. But until next time, guys, love you all. And gal is now pal.